be some problem from his side. Just put message to Sahil that I'm clearly audible, please, someone. Okay, so I'll continue. Now, this tan of pi x by 2 will keep as it is. And then we have 1 minus x, right? So, but then if I take it in the denominator, derivative will be uh, complicated. So you have a choice. Now, either you can convert that tan to sine cos, or you can take the reciprocal. Now, let me check it like this. If I make it sine pi by 2 x upon cos pi by 2 x, okay, then what will be the form? Now sine pi by 2 is 1, right? And cos pi by 2 is 0. Okay, so now check the form. It will be 1 minus 1 sine pi by 2. So this is 0. And cos pi by 2 is also 0. Please see how it is coming. 1 minus 1 into sine pi by 2 upon cos pi by 2. It is coming like this. Okay. So therefore, you have 1 minus 1 is 0, sine pi by 2 is 1. So numerator is 0 and denominator is 1, right? So we are getting it in that form. So now I'll again rewrite it. I have 1 minus x into sine pi by 2x upon cos pi by 2x. Okay. So now here you have to apply LHR. Apply the LHR. So what does it give? It gives limit x tending to 1, 1 minus x as it is. Derivative of sine is cos pi by 2x into pi by 2 plus sine pi by 2x as it is, and derivative of 1 minus x is minus 1 upon derivative of cos is sine pi by 2x into pi by 2 by the product rule. Okay, sorry, chain rule, right? So this is the derivative. Now let us see what we get as we put x tend to 1. Okay, so as x tend to 1, what does it give? It will be 1 minus 1 into cos pi by 2, which will be 0 ultimately, right? So this is into pi by 2, you can write in bracket, plus sine pi by 2 into minus 1 upon pi by 2 sine pi by 2. So what it will give us? It will give us 0 minus 1 upon pi by 2 into 1. Isn't it? So what is the final answer? Final answer is minus 2 upon pi. Now whether it is minus or plus, let us check it properly. Yeah, cos pi by 2 has derivative minus sine pi by 2. So there will be a negative sign in the denominator. So it will become plus pi by 2 here. Okay. Is the point clear to all? So answer is, yeah, you can write it as 1 minus x upon cot of, that way also you can simplify if you don't want to do it like this. The alternate way is, yes, that is also correct, no problem. The alternate way is you can write limit extending to 1, 1 minus x upon cot pi by 2x. That is also allowed, no problem. Then you differentiate the numerator denominator. So it will give you x tending to 1 minus 1 upon, now derivative of cot is, so you must be knowing the derivative of cot. What is derivative of cot? It is minus cosec square pi by 2x into pi by 2, right? And then negative sign will get cancelled, and cosec pi by 2 is 1. So 1 upon pi by 2, and therefore the answer is 2 by pi. Okay. So this is also right. No problem. No problem. You can continue with this step also. It will give you answer fast. Okay. This is the correct way. No problem. Okay. Good, Pratik. Now, the next example. Limit extend to, example number is 4. Limit extending to pi by 2 sec x minus tan x. Now similar one or two problems I'll give for homework. All problems I will not solve. On the same line you can simplify, and there in exam there will be another problem. It may not be similar to the which we are discussing, but the technique is same to solve. Now, but I'm changing the type here. You can understand the type is changing. Okay, so see what type it is. Yes, it is the type infinity minus infinity. How you checked it? See, sec pi by 2 minus tan pi by 2. Now sec pi by 2 is 1 upon cos pi by 2 and minus tan pi by 2. You already know that cos pi by 2 is 0 and tan pi by 2 is infinity. 1 by 0 is infinity. So which form it is? It is the form infinity minus infinity. Okay. Now in exam, this you have to do as a rough work somewhere, and your solution, if it is a theory paper, then also your solution will start like this. Let L equal to limit extending to pi by 2 sec x minus tan x. So this is in the form. This form checking, as I'm telling again and again, may be a question of 1 mark in the online exam. Okay. Sahil, we are discussing the indeterminate forms. 0 into infinity form I have just now finished, and we are starting with infinity minus infinity form. Okay. Right. So now, here it is infinity minus infinity. And this I have to convert to 0 by 0 or infinity by infinity form. Then only I can apply the LHR. I cannot apply LHR to given any indeterminate form. Okay. So how can we do it? How can we do it? Any suggestions from your side? I have to convert it. Okay. So convert it to sine cos, right? So it will be 1 upon cos x minus sine x upon cos x. Again, it is infinity minus infinity, but then you will have to cross multiply the terms, right? So it will be cos x minus sin x cos x upon, just a minute, the denominators are same. So it will be 1 minus sin x, no need to cross multiply, isn't it? Upon cos x. Okay. So again, the form is changing. It is becoming 0 by 0 because sine of pi by 2 is 1. So 1 minus 1 upon cos of pi by 2, which is 0. So 0 by 0 form we are getting. Now you apply LHR. So it gives limit x tending to pi by 2. And now derivative of 1 is 0. Derivative of sine x is cos x. And derivative of cos x is minus sine x. This negative sign is getting cancelled. But what is value of cos pi by 2? Cos pi by 2 is 0 and sin pi by 2 is 1. And 0 by 1 is 0. That is allowed. Okay. If you are writing 1 by 0, answer will be infinity. But if it is 0 by 1, answer is 0. You don't have to apply the LHR. Okay. So this is infinity minus infinity form. Okay. So this was a simple question. Right. Next question. Example number 5. Limit x tending to 0, 1 by x minus 1 by x square log of 1 plus x. Okay. log of 1 plus x. This is the given question. Now check the form. In which form it is? Let us check it. So first of all, you start the solution by defining L equal to. This is my regular way of writing the solution. So 1 by x minus. See students, don't just look at the board. You write with me, solve with me, then only you will be comfortable at the time of exam. Okay. If you are unable to complete the complete solution, okay, I'm going to share the answers, but write it with your own hands, right? Then only in today's evening exam you'll be able to solve given any question. So this is coming in the form infinity by infinity. How? It is 1 by 0 minus 1 by 0 log of 1. So this is infinity minus log 1 is 0. So actually it is infinity into 0 like this. Okay. So it is coming in this form. It's not infinity minus infinity also. It is of this form. Right. So I'll not write any form at the beginning. I just have checked it and it is like this. Okay. So L is equal to limit. See, whenever the term is like this, we cross multiply. Okay. Now, in these terms, we have x here and x square here. So x square is the LCM. Here I'll multiply by x and here I'll multiply by 1. So it will be x minus log of 1 plus x upon x square. Are you all with me and understanding my calculations? Please, students, type Y. If you all are getting me clearly, type Y in the chat box. I think my pace is okay because you already are familiar with this topic. This is not totally new to you, isn't it? I have introduced the remaining 5 indeterminate forms, but already 0 by 0 form, you know how to apply the rule there, right? That's why I am continuously explaining the examples. And you are requested to write or solve the examples with me. For better practice, it is necessary to do it on your own hands. Okay, don't just observe my calculations. Okay. See, I'm explaining something to someone, I'm reading the messages. In that time, you can complete this writing part. Be fast, do it quickly. Okay. So now see here, as x tend to 0, again I'll check the form. As x tend to 0, here it is 0 minus log 1 upon 0. So this is 0 minus 0 upon 0, right? That means I'm getting the 0 by 0 form. See, whatever I'm putting in the circle, you need not write it in the examination. Okay. So 0 by 0 form. So by LHR, L is equal to limit extending to 0. Differentiate the numerator. Differentiate the numerator. I got muted by mistake. Okay, differentiate the numerator and denominator separately. So it is 1 minus 1 upon 1 plus x upon denominator derivative is 2x. Okay, denominator has derivative 2x. Okay, Pratik has completed the answer. Good. So this gives you limit extending to 0, cross multiply. So 1 plus x minus 1 upon 1 plus x into 2x. Now see, you can do it like this, or this is making your calculation actually lengthy, isn't it? So the smart way is, don't do this. Okay, and observe the form here. Again it is 0 by 0 form, right? And then you apply LHR. If I cross multiply, my 1 plus x will come in the denominator, and while taking the derivative, I'll have to apply the product rule there. So it will make my calculations lengthy. So why to unnecessarily make it lengthy? Apply LHR here only. We know that derivative of 1 is 0, right? So the first term is becoming 0. And what about derivative of the second term? Can anybody tell me? It is 1 upon 1 plus x. So what is the derivative of 1 upon 1 plus x? Yes, 1 by t has derivative minus 1 by t square, correct? So it will be minus of minus 1 upon 1 plus x square, right? Correct. So it will come in this form, right? Most of you have given the correct answer. Good. So now this negative sign will get cancelled and derivative of 2x is 2, right? So this is limit x tending to 0, 1 upon 1 plus x square and upon 2. So this is 1 plus 0 upon 2. So ultimately it will be 1 by 2. Okay. So I hope the solution is clear to all. Please say why if it is clear to you. And say no if it is not, I'll then repeat. Okay, good, good. One student is saying it is not clear, so I'm repeating it quickly. Pay attention. Pay attention. Here we have the form which is written in the circle. Okay, it is 1 by 0 minus 1 by 0 into log 1. But log 1 is 0, 1 by 0 is infinity, 1 by 0 is infinity. So this is a combination of two indeterminate forms. Now what we have done, we have cross multiplied. For that, look at the highest power of the denominator. It is x square, right? So we took x square as the LCM, and therefore here I have multiplied by x and here I have multiplied by 1, right? So when we cross multiply, we get the term in this form. I think this step is clear to all because it is the basic algebra. After that, we get it in the 0 by 0 form, right? Sahil Rode, now you please reply in the chat box whenever I'll ask the question. Huh? This part is clear, Sahil. Reply in the chat box, don't unmute. So 0 by 0 form. Now we have to apply the LHR. Okay, by LHR, we have to take the derivative of numerator and derivative of the denominator. So derivative of x is 1, derivative of log of 1 plus x is 1 upon 1 plus x, and derivative of x square is 2x. Again, you check the form. Okay, Vedant, now concentrate here. When you put x equal to 0, what it will be? 1 minus 1 upon 1 plus 0. 1 plus 0 is 1. So this will be 1 minus 1. Numerator will be 1 minus 1 and denominator will be 0 when you put x equal to 0. So 1 minus 1 means 0. 0 upon 0, that is again indeterminate form. Is it okay, Sahil and Vedant? So we are getting 0 by 0 form here. Now whenever you have 0 by 0 form, you apply the LHR. So once again LHR is applied, right? And then in the derivative of 1 is 0 and derivative of 1 by t is minus 1 by t square. This minus minus is becoming plus and we get this term. Okay? And derivative of 2x is 2, so it gives you the answer when you substitute, right? Remember, once you get some constant in the denominator, you are through. You'll get the answer. Okay? Right. Now let us continue with the next question. Example number is 6. The sixth example is limit x tending to 0, x 1 by x minus 1 by sine x. Okay, 1 by x minus 1 by sine x. Now how to solve this? See, again check the form. So you please type the form in the chat box. What form it is? When x tend to 0, it will be yes. When x tend to 0, it will be infinity. The first term will be infinity. Sine 0 is 0, so this also will be infinity. Those who are finding difficult to understand immediately, they should write like this. This is a very good practice. When you keep the terms or keep your own comments in your notes, you can understand your notes properly. Okay? Own handwritten notes are more than sufficient for your preparations of the exam. Okay? Because whatever you write with your own hand, that you can recall anytime. So don't read the ready-made notes or don't rely on anyone else's note. You should write it on your own. Okay. And write down the comments like this as I'm writing here. So this way, if you are commenting in your notes, you will never forget. Whenever you find some step difficult, mark it and write down that this is difficult for me. I should read it twice. Okay. So that you can accordingly prepare at the time of exam. Okay. So whenever it is infinity minus infinity, what we do? We cross multiply. So cross multiplication reduces the form to 0 by 0. Check it. We are getting the form as 0 by 0 now. And therefore, you have to apply the LHR. So this is limit extending to 0. Now differentiate numerator, denominator separately. I'm repeating it for every problem. Don't apply the quotient rule. Differentiate numerator and denominator separately. So this will give you cos x minus 1 upon x into cos x plus sin x. I have to apply the product rule of derivative here. Is this step clear to all? Please say Y in the chat box. I have applied the all students are not responding. Okay. So now this is coming in the form 0 by 0. Why this is 0 by 0? Because here I have cos 0 minus 1 upon 0 plus sin 0. But cos 0 is also 1. So I'm getting the required form. Okay. So this is equal to limit extending to 0 now by LHR. We are solving so many problems, so I'm writing LHR. Otherwise, you should write it as the L'Hospital's rule in detail in the exam. Okay. So when you apply the LHR, it gives you sin x upon minus x sin x. Since I'm applying the product rule, my x is as it is and derivative of cos x is minus sin x, right? Plus cos x as it is, derivative of x is 1, right? Cos x into 1 and sin x has derivative again cos x. Students, solve with me. Okay. So is the numerator is minus sin x, right? Correct. Thank you. So thank you, Aditya. So we get minus sin x upon this term. Now let us again check the form. So when you put the value, it gives you 0 upon 0 plus cos 0 1 plus cos 0 1. So it is giving you such type of term. So what is the limit? I don't have to apply any rule. So this is 0, 0 upon 0 plus 1 plus 1, that is 0. So this is your final answer. Okay, this is your final answer. See, plenty of examples are there. There is no limit to these questions. I'm trying to finish as many questions as possible, but I cannot solve each and every question. So today also few questions I'll give for homework, right? Limit. Those who will solve all the homeworks carefully, they will not face any problem in exams. Now maybe this is little bit lengthy. Let us check. It is e raised to pi x plus 1 and into x. Okay, let us see now how to solve. Now solution, let us define L. You can, those of you who are confident enough can do it on their own. Start the simplification, see whether you can get it independently. Don't wait for my calculations. And if you are getting stuck anywhere, then you can refer my calculations and solve along with me. Okay. So now check the form. The form is pi upon 0 minus pi by 2, e raised to 0 is 1 plus 1 into 0. So ultimately it is infinity minus infinity, isn't it? Whenever you get upon 0, you get infinity minus infinity. Good writing. So the form is infinity minus infinity. Okay. So here I'll write down the form first. It is infinity minus infinity. Okay, so whenever it is infinity minus infinity, we cannot apply LHR. First, what we do, we cross multiply. But while doing cross multiplication, look at the LCM. Okay, what is the largest term? We have the largest term as 4. So here the LCM is 4. Among 2 and 4, 4 is largest, right? X is present for all and e raised to pi x plus 1 is also there. So this is the LCM. Now to cover this LCM, what is less in the first term? In the first term, we don't have e raised to pi x plus 1, right? And in the second term, we don't have 2. So accordingly, we'll multiply. Okay. So now what it will be? It will be e raised to pi x plus 1. Here that term is not present. In second term, what we don't have, now pi is already given. In second term, we don't have 2 and denominator is 4x e raised to pi x plus 1. The term will come in this form. I hope it is clear to all, right? Otherwise, you can directly cross multiply, no problem, but then extra x will be there and that you will have to cancel. Okay? Right. So now this pi is coming common, 4 is coming common. Let me take it outside. And then I have limit extending to 0, right? Extending to 0, e raised to pi x plus 1 minus 2 upon 4 is taken common, e raised to pi x. I'm getting the term in this form. Okay. So this is nothing but pi by 4 limit extending to 0, e raised to pi x minus 1 upon e raised to pi x plus 1 into x. I'm getting the term in this form. Now let me check the form. Okay, let me check the form. In what form it is? Now when extend to 0, e raised to 0 is 1. So 1 minus 1, that is 0. Okay, because e raised to 0 is 1. And denominator x is 0, so it has to be 0. So this is 0 by 0 form. And therefore, I can apply LHR. Do it with okay. So we have the term in 0 by 0 form. Now apply LHR. So what does it give? It gives derivative of numerator is pi e raised to pi x. Derivative of 1 is 0, right? And denominator is now e raised to pi x plus 1 as it is. Derivative of x is 1 plus x as it is. Derivative of e raised to pi x is pi e raised to pi x. So we get it in this form, right? Now again you put the values. Okay. Shruti, what we have done, it is coming in infinity minus infinity form. So we just have to cross multiply. But while doing the cross multiplication, if you are doing it directly, you'll get x square in the denominator, right? So that way also you can do, and you can cancel the numerator x and denominator x. But the best way is take the LCM. So how to take the LCM? The largest number here among 4 and 2 is 4. Then x is there in both and e raised to pi x plus 1 is present in both. See, LCM is that number which is divisible by this number as well as this number. Okay. So LCM we have got. So in order to get this LCM, what is less in the first term? It is e raised to pi x plus 1. What is less in the second term? That is 2. So we have multiplied accordingly and we have got this term. After simplification, this pi by 4 is taken outside because it is a constant. Okay. And now we check the form, it is 0 by 0 form. So we have applied the LHR. Okay. And LHR gives us this type of term. Okay. Now, when I put x equal to 0, it is not going to create any problem. I'll get definitely the answer. So let us substitute the value. So this is pi by 4 into pi e raised to 0 is 1 upon e raised to 0 is 1 plus 1. Now into 1 I'll not write, and x is 0. So this term will be 0 and pi. Okay. So this is pi by 4 into pi by 2. So the answer is pi square by 8. This is the correct solution. Okay, pi square by 8. Okay, how many of you could complete it without my guidance on their own? Please give your reply in the chat box. Okay, Fargade could do it. Okay, you can raise hand also, no problem. How many of you could do it independently without my guidance? Okay, few students are there, but not so many. But have you all understood? Right, it may happen that you have tried but you got stuck, no problem. But have you all understood? Now you please raise your hand if you have understood it. I'm now asking you to raise your hand if you have understood it. I started with small examples. Few students have not yet raised their hand. Is this question clear to all? Few students have not yet raised their hand. Does it mean that it is not clear to them? Particularly D division students, few D division students, then our C division 59, 61, very less time they interact with the teacher. Why it is so? 59, Swami Mahesh, Mitkar Yash, already your attendance is not so good. Respond. Tejas, Aditya, D division, you have not responded. Is it clear to you, D division students? All have not responded. Joshi, Mayur, Pratik, Parth, Prajwal. So this was infinity minus infinity or 0 into infinity form. Now one or two examples of this type I will again include in the homework questions. Okay. And now I'll start with. So all those questions I am not going to write now. See the example which just now we have solved. Yeah, alternate question for this I'll give you. Limit extending to infinity x minus x square log 1 plus 1 upon x. So have we solved this example just now? Have we solved this example? Okay, most of you are saying no, but Anup is saying yes. Anup, can you tell me what is the number of questions which we have solved? And similar to this, it was this question, isn't it? I have scrolled it. Okay. Now see, if I make it 1 by x equal to y, right? 1 by x equal to y, then y will tend to infinity. And I'll get a term y minus y log of 1 plus 1 by y. Isn't it? So, this question number 5 and this question number 8, not the same. Question number 5 and question number 8 are actually the same, right? So what you have to do here, you just have to, so I'll not solve it. You put, without that also you can simplify, but calculation will become simple if you put like this. So you put x equal to 1 by y. So as x tend to infinity, y will tend to 0. Okay. And example will be similar to example 5. Okay. Example will be similar to example 5. That's why I'm not solving this. Okay. This example I'm not solving. Now let us start the last form, that is exponential form. Now all the exponential forms together, I'll take procedure to solve all the exponential forms is same. Okay. So let me start with the exponential forms. Okay. What are the various exponential forms? The various exponential forms are in 0 raised to 0, 1 raised to infinity, and infinity raised to 0. Okay. Infinity raised to 0. These are the three exponential forms which we have to now discuss. Right. So let's start the examples. But the procedure for all is all these forms are solved by taking logarithm first and then by converting to 0 by 0 or infinity by infinity form. Now I'll not give any theory for this. I'll directly apply the rule to the example. You'll come to know it is very simple. And now I'll not go 1 by 1, 0 raised to 0, 1 raised to infinity. I'll take it in the mixed form. You tell me what form it is. Okay. So example 1, limit extending to infinity 1 by x raised to 1 by x. Okay. So solution, let equal to limit extending to infinity 1 by x raised to 1 by x. So as I told you, first you need to check the form. Now 1 by x is 0, right? As x tend to infinity and raised to 0. So this form is 0 raised to 0 form. So whenever it is so, taking log on both sides. Take log on both sides. So what you get? Log L equal to 1 by, first of all, limit is there. Limit extending to infinity 1 by x log of 1 by x. Isn't it? It will be 1 by x log of 1 by x. Now, limit and log, you can interchange, but here 1 by x is there, so you cannot interchange this immediately. So keep it as it is. Now extend to infinity. This is log of 1 by x. Keep it as it is. And this is x as it is in the denominator. Right? Now, check the form again. So log of 1 by infinity, that is log 0. Log 0 is infinity by infinity. Now, see how I'm getting this. This is log of 1 by infinity upon infinity. So this is log 0 upon infinity. Log 0 is minus infinity. So I'm getting this form. Okay. I'm getting infinity by infinity. So whenever it is infinity by infinity, you can apply LHR. So this gives limit extending to infinity, right? Log of 1 by x. What will be the derivative of log of 1 by x? It is 1 upon 1 by x into derivative of 1 by x, which is minus 1 upon x square. Okay, see, this can be a question of 2 marks in the online exam. And upon derivative of x is 1. Now simplify this term. So this is extending to infinity. 1 upon x is x into minus 1 upon x square. So this is minus 1 upon x and limit extending to infinity. But when x goes to infinity, 1 by x will become 0. But this is not limit, this is log L. So what will be L? E raised to 0, that is equal to 1. So this is the final answer. Okay, so 1 by x raised to 1 by x, the answer is 1. Is it clear to all? Say Y in the chat box. Still, not all have given me yes. You can answer in short. I don't want big replies. I just want to see whether you people are getting me or not. Okay, and 41 students have raised the hand for the same. Okay. Okay, now okay, good. I'll continue with the next question.
Hello, ma'am. You are not audible.
Students, wait, I got disconnected. Am I now clearly audible to you? Okay, right. So, uh, this is coming in the form 0 into infinity. So now I have to solve it, and so I'll do it as log of sin x as it is. Tan x, when comes in the denominator, it becomes cot x, right? All derivative formulae are very, very essential to get the correct answers of this. So log of sin x is infinity, cot of 0 is infinity because tan 0 is 0. So you please write it along with your calculations in the notebook as I write. This is very good practice. Okay. So this is log of sine 0 is 0 and cot 0 is infinity. So this is infinity by infinity. Now why cot 0 is infinity? Because tan 0 is 0. Okay. So all these things you must be able to connect. Right. So this gives limit extending to 0. Now apply LHR. So log of sin x is 1 upon sin x into derivative of sin x, that is cos x, and derivative of cot x. What is derivative of cot x? Derivative of cot x is, no one is replying. Okay. It is minus cosec square x, right? Derivative of cosec x is cosec x cot x, but derivative of cot x is minus cosec square x. So this is limit extending to 0, right? And then we'll write down the term cos 0 is 1. So are we getting 1 by 0 as the form? Let us write it properly now. So it is cos x upon sin x, and minus sign is there, and this will be sine square x, isn't it? Cosec x square will become minus sine square in the numerator. So one sine x is getting cancelled, negative sign I'll take outside, and this will be sine x cos x. But sine 0 is 0. So log L, and cos 0 is 1. So this is equal to 0. So L is e raised to 0. So again the answer is 1. Okay. Cosec square is 1 upon sine square. Denominator of denominator goes in numerator. So we get it like this. Okay. Now, the third example. Limit extending to infinity, 1 plus a by x raised to x. But I think you have a formula for this, isn't it? What is the answer for this example? Do you know? I've given you the formula. Recall it, Rishikesh. So many answers are coming. I want unique answer. And I have given you like this. One can ask you a question like this also. limit extending to infinity 1 plus 3 upon x raised to x, 5 upon x raised to x. Only Somnath has answered correctly. What is the answer for this? Yes, Thakur Aditya. Anup, there is a mistake. This is e raised to a, right? This is e raised to a. This you can use as a standard formula if it is asked in the online exam or any exam, right? There is a standard formula, you can always use it. Try. So this will become e raised to 3 here if my question is like this. Okay. If this is asked, your answer will be e raised to 3. Okay. Now, fourth question. Fourth question is limit extending to 0 cos x raised to 1 by x, right? Now, what is cos x raised to 1 by x? What form it is? Yes, cos 0 is 1 and 1 by x is infinity. So this is 1 raised to infinity form. Okay. Now, as before, we'll take L equal to limit extending to 0 cos x raised to 1 by x. This is 1 raised to infinity form. Take log on both sides. Okay. So when you take log on both sides, this will be log of limit extending to 0 cos x raised to 1 by x. But as you know, you can interchange log and limit. So this is log cos x raised to 1 by x. So this is nothing but log of log will come afterward. So it is 1 by x log of cos x, right? Now this is coming in the form limit extending to 0 log of cos x upon x. Now as extend to 0, cos 0 is 1, log 1 is 0. So we are getting the form 0 upon 0. So initially it was 1 raised to infinity, but now it is converted to 0 upon 0. So you apply LHR. So log L will be limit extending to 0. Derivative of log of cos x is 1 upon cos x into derivative of cos x and upon derivative of x, which is 1, right? So what does it give? It gives limit extending to 0 of minus tan x. But tan 0 is 0. So log L is 0. So L is e raised to 0, that is 1. Okay, so the answer is 1. So I hope students this is clear to you. Okay. Now one or two more examples of this type we'll discuss and then I'll stop. The similar examples for homework I'll post on the study circle group. So solve those examples. This is the question. Okay. Okay, now tell me in which form it is. Tell me in which form it is. So when you put x equal to 1, it will give you 0. And 1 minus 1 is 0, log 0 is infinity, and 1 by infinity is 0, right? So this is, yeah, this is the 1 mark question. Huh? The form is 0 raised to 0. Check whether it is really clear to you. We have used now so many times these type of calculations, right? It is 0 raised to 0. Why? Why 0 raised to 0? Because x is tending to 1. So 1 minus 1 upon log of 1 minus 1. Right? Like this you are getting it. So this is 0, 1 upon log 0. But log 0 is infinity. So 0, 1 by infinity. That is 0 raised to 0. This is the explanation. Okay. So now take log on both sides. Log L equal to, I'll take immediately log inside also. So 1 upon log of 1 minus x into log of 1 minus x square. It will come in this form, right? So this is expressible as log of 1 minus x square upon log of 1 minus x, right? Now, as extend to 1, it is log 0 upon log 0, that is minus infinity upon minus infinity, this form. So you can apply the LHR, apply the LHR. So what does it give? Limit extending to 1 upon 1 minus x square into minus 2x upon 1 upon 1 minus x into minus 1. We'll get the term in this form, right? Now let me simplify. This 1 minus x will go above, 1 minus x square will come below, and we have minus 2x here and we have minus 1 here. Now this calculation can be saved by factorizing the denominator. 1 minus x square has factor 1 minus x, 1 plus x, and minus, okay, now I'll cancel the negative sign. So it is just 2x. Now this 1 minus x is getting cancelled. So limit extending to 1, 2x upon 1 plus x. This is your log L. Now put x equal to 1. So it is 2 upon 2, that is 1. So log L is 1, therefore L is e raised to 1, that is e. So limit for this example is e. Is it clear to all? Please say yes in the chat box if it is. Good. Okay. Now, which form is left? We have seen 0 raised to 0, 1 raised to infinity. I think infinity raised to 0 is remaining. Okay. For infinity raised to 0, let me check whether I have any question with me. But the procedure is same, students. Let it be. Yeah, I have a question. Okay. Procedure is same for that. 6 question. Limit x tending to 0, x raised to infinity, x tending to infinity, x raised to 1 by x. Okay. So now this is just a minute, student. We'll take log on both sides. So we get log L equal to 1 upon x, limit extending to infinity, and log is remaining. Wait. So this is limit extending to infinity, 1 upon x, log of x. It is coming in this form, isn't it? Extending to infinity is written here. Now check the form. X is tending to infinity, so 1 by x is 0, and log of 0 is infinity, so this is 0 into infinity. But we cannot apply LHR there. You rewrite the term. You write it as log x upon x. This will become infinity upon infinity. Now apply LHR. So when you apply LHR, it will become extending to infinity 1 by x upon 1. Right? It will become 1 by x upon 1. And so it is. Now, can anybody tell me what is the value of this limit in the chat box? Yes, the value will be. I'm not asking you limit, Anu. I'm asking you value of this particular limit only, not final limit. So this will be 0, right? As extend to infinity, it will be 0. So L is e raised to 0, that is 1. So that gives you the final answer. Okay? That gives you the final answer. Right. Now, students, only one problem will solve. Already, Patanwar madam has joined. Madam, only one problem I'll take and then I'll make you host and leave the meeting. So the seventh problem, students, your homework questions will be given to you. You have to solve those questions for more practice purpose. Okay. For limit, there is no limit problems. There is no limit to the questions. Questions are plenty of many. So you should attempt almost all types of examples. Okay. Now tell me the type fast within 2-3 minutes. Whatever discussion we can do for this, we'll do it and then we'll stop. Okay. What form it is? As extend to 0. Now as extend to 0, yeah, I'll write it like this here. It is a plus 0 upon a minus 0 raised to 1 upon 0. A will get cancelled. It will be 1 raised to infinity. So again, we got the example of 1 raised to infinity. So L equal to limit extending to 0, a plus x, a minus x. This is in the form 1 raised to infinity. You can simplify it using the procedures, or you can solve it in a different way like this. This is limit extending to 0. I'll take uh, a common and 1 plus x upon a, and here a common 1 minus x upon a, and whole raised to 1 by x. This term will get cancelled, right? And then this is limit extending to 0, extending to 0, and we have in the numerator, I'll write the limit for numerator denominator separately. So it is 1 plus 1 by ax raised to 1 upon x, and limit extending to 0, 1 plus minus 1 by ax raised to 1 upon x. Okay. Now you recall the formula. Which formula you have to recall? Limit extending to 0, 1 plus x raised to 1 by x. What is the value of this limit, students? Tell me. What is value of this limit? Be quick. This is our last example. Yeah. This value is E. So we'll get L equal to, now my numerator is limit extending to 0. So see, it is E, but if it is x by a, or in a different form, what will be the answer? If it is ax, then what answer you get? Have we seen that formula? Please see your notes. Have we seen that formula for ax? I'll have to scroll down the screen for it. Please check your notes and tell me whether I have given you the formula for 1 plus ax raised to 1 by x. I might have given, but right now I'll have to scroll the screen again So you please check in your notebook and tell me whether I have provided you that formula. Okay. So this will give you the final answer as e raised to a upon e raised to 1 upon a upon e raised to minus 1 upon a. So the final answer will be e raised to 2 by a. Okay. The related formula, students, I'll share. If not share, just a minute. Let me make madam host first. Okay, so see this. Yeah, I have given the formula. Okay, good. So according to that formula, uh, this result you have to recall limit x tending to 0, 1 plus x raised to 1 by x is e raised to a, isn't it? So the answer will be e raised to 2 by a. Okay, this is also a question which one can ask for 2 marks. Okay, students. So prepare such kind of examples. This is today's last example that we have seen, right? Meghna madam, I have made you host.
Yes, can I continue now?
Yeah. Yes, yes. Just 1 minute. I'm leaving. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
This was our second last question. This was the fifth question. Now you all are in position to solve the assignment, as well as you can easily give the today's Moodle test. The whole topic is covered. Now you have to practice from your side. Yesterday's questions, today's questions. If you are practicing more questions, you will be more confident at the time of exam and your score will be good. Okay. Right. We have seen this formula. Formula number 3, you can check. The same version of the formula is just now written. Please note that last point carefully. Okay. This third example and the last example formulae are similar. Try to understand that. Okay. Only 0 and infinity role is changed. Okay. So I'm stopping my lecture here. Let madam continue.
Yes, thank you, ma'am.
The notes. Yeah.
15 minutes.
And thank you, madam, for allowing me. Thank you for allowing me to extend for.
No issues, ma'am. Okay. Okay, so students, as you all know, we were solving the problems, right? Yesterday we were making practice of problems. So we were there on unit number 2, right? So half of the questions of unit number 2 was dealt. So let's continue with that part only. So just a moment, I'll share my screen with you all. Okay, so I hope the questions are clearly visible, right? And I'm also clearly audible to all. So as you all know, you need to reply on the tab of host, that is Professor M.H. Patankar or Meghna Patankar, you can see. Okay, so please reply on the host tab. So let's continue with these questions. One thing I have marked over here that pi is equals to 3.14, right? So in certain question, the value of 3.14 may be write it down so you can understand that it's nothing but a pi. And if you remember these things you need where you need this thing when the formula kind of questions will be there, right? So in unit number 2, I have made this clear to you all that the questions which are there now on the topic of theory, I have not included any of them in the practice because those are to be studied by you, right? So only the concept, if anybody is confused, we can discuss. But in unit number 2, the conceptual questions could be, right, if I say that what could be the formula for a wire bent in a quarter circular manner or in a semicircular manner, or what could be the formula for a right angle triangle area, right? So it could be asked as what could be formula for x bar or y bar, or certain times, if you all remember the basic concept, we have seen that those sections, na, if I take the example of this T section, okay, if I take this example of T section, so you all know the section is symmetric. If suppose the section is symmetric about y axis, right? If the section is symmetric about y axis, tell me which value will be 0. X bar 0 rahega ki y bar 0 rahega? Correct. Now Aditya is saying it, x bar must be 0, and that is the very correct thing, that x bar 0 rahega. क्या ध्यान में रखना है? Basic, x bar मतलब y axis से distance, y bar मतलब x axis से distance. So अगर T section है या कोई भी section है, अगर आपको दिया है ना, अगर क्वेश्चन में मेंशन है that's a semicircle or a circle, okay, is there, and if it's symmetric about x axis, if a question says that semicircular section is there which is symmetric about x axis, अगर semicircle ऐसे रखा है तो x axis के about symmetric हो सकता है ना, right? ना, depends कि आपका circle या semicircle placed कैसे है. So if this is the case, then which value would be 0? Which value would be 0? X bar 0 आएगा कि y bar 0 आएगा? Answer दो फटाफट. If the section is symmetric about x axis, so which value will be 0? X bar or y bar? Host tab पे reply दो. Quick. Most of you have replied on co-host tab. Just a moment, I'll check it over there. Right, y bar must be 0. Those who were saying that x bar must be 0, they are wrong. Tejas, x bar 0 नहीं आएगा. क्या ध्यान में रखना, इसीलिए मैंने ये टॉपिक डिस्कस किया. The topic says that x bar है डिस्टेंस y एक्सिस से and y bar है डिस्टेंस फ्रॉम x एक्सिस. ये लॉजिक पे भी क्वेश्चन हो सकते हैं, समझा? ठीक है. नेक्स्ट थिंग मैंने तुमको क्या बोला कि अगर तुम्हें क्वेश्चन में दिया है कि सेक्शन किसी एक्सिस के अबाउट सिमेट्रिक है, so which value, yeah, what will be the value of y bar? If I say the section is symmetric about x axis, what will be the value of y bar? And if this is the question, so you should answer it as a 0, right? x bar की वैल्यू क्या रहेगी अगर y के अबाउट सिमेट्रिक है? ऐसे अगर क्वेश्चंस है, so you need to reply in that manner only, right? So that could be one of the logical type of question could be asked on unit number 2. And as all things are on the formula which I have already told you, that plain lamina wire band, right? So इसके ऊपर theoretical questions आ सकते हैं 1 या 2 मार्क के लिए कि what will be the formula for centroid of a semicircle, या फिर आपका क्वार्टर सर्कल, वो भी वायर बैंड के मैदान में या फिर एरिया के मैनर में, वो आपको दिया रहेगा. ठीक है. तो ये जो भी फॉर्मूलाज है, ट्रायंगल, उसमें भी मैंने मतलब आप लोगों को बताया है कि मेजर चीज रेक्टेंगल, ट्रायंगल, स्क्वायर, सर्कल, राइट? क्वार्टर सर्कल, सर्कल की सारी चीजें, क्वार्टर सर्कल, सेमी सर्कल, ये सभी के फॉर्मूले इंपॉर्टेंट है. ओके, सो एनीथिंग कुड बी आस्क्ड. Now let's solve the problem. Okay, so we were there on the 5th problem. The bicentroidal distance of equal eye section from its bottom, each flange is of 20 by 5 and web is of 5 by 25 d. अगर तुमको याद है तो फ्लांज मतलब जो तुम्हारा हॉरिजॉन्टल लाई करता है सेशन, we call it as a flange, and web whose width is less and depth is more is called as the web section, right? So this is the question. We will draw a diagram according to the given data. और मैंने पहले ही बोला है such type of question diagram will not be given. Only the terminology is written. According to that terminology, you need to draw the diagram. Okay. So for the thing, we will draw it. ठीक है. So first of all, I will draw the diagram according to data. So what the question says that equal eye section from its bottom, each फ्लांज इज ऑफ 20/5, मतलब फ्लांज है आपका 20/5 का, राइट? ओके, मतलब ये भी फ्लांज है, सो उसका विड्थ है 20, डेप्थ है 5। वेब का साइज क्या है? 5/25। इट मींस कि आपका इसका विड्थ है 5, हाइट है 25। डायग्राम कैसे ड्रॉ किया समझ में आया सबको? ठीक है, अगर आपकी वैल्यूज अलग रही तो आप उस हिसाब से ड्रॉ कर सकते हैं। क्लियर टू एवरीबॉडी, राइट? अब हमको निकालने क्या बोला है क्वेश्चन में? व्हाट इज गिवन? द y सेंट्रोइडल डिस्टेंस। y सेंट्रोइडल डिस्टेंस मतलब y बार चाहिए, ठीक है? y बार चाहिए मींस क्या चाहिए? सीधे आप लोगों को इसको सेक्शन में डिवाइड करना है। I will take it as first one, this one is my second one, this one is my third one. Mahesh is giving the answer as 16.25. Let's cross check whether the answer is correct or not. Okay, so we will form the equation now. You all know the formula. A1 y1, y बार चाहिए ना, तो A1 y1 plus A2 y2 plus A3 y3। अभी 3 सेक्शन है तो थर्ड टर्म तक लिखेंगे, राइट? सो A3 y3 अपॉन A1 plus A2 plus A3. This must be the formula, right? Okay, and axis for reference you all know, if it's not given in the question we always take the figure in the first quadrant, right? So this must be the diagram for this, that is x and y axis like this. Okay, ठीक है? So we will write the values y1. What will be the value of y1? फर्स्ट सेक्शन का सेंट्रोइड। फॉर्मूला याद है, रेक्टेंगल है तो b/2 एंड d/2, d/2